Hey guys, I'm Hamby. This is Greg.
Hello.
And we're back to talk The Walking Dead. We did the episodes of Fear the Walking Dead, and now the main season is back, The Walking Dead.
Thank God.
Season 6.
Because Fear the Walking Dead was not very good. And
I liked it. But
I'm glad to have the old gang back, if you will.
We're not going to get into a big, long discussion. We're going to go over a few things. One of the things you mentioned to me.
I thought it was kind of interesting about the black and white flashbacks to me. That kind of takes me back to my first zombie experience, which was the original Night of the Living Dead.
Right.
So do you think they were going for that kind of angle or no?
No, the comic book the show is based on is in black and white, has been for over 100 issues. And the first episode of The Walking Dead, the pilot, was done in black and white.
Really?
And they've done some specials like back in the spring, in between the first and the second half of season 5. I think they did a marathon where they showed the first season in black and white.
Oh, they did do that.
So they're really trying to and also it's a really nice style choice between here's the flashback and here's the in color.
Yeah, it broke it up. It broke it up nice. It kind of was getting a little annoying, but it was fine.
What I did like about that is they talked about it a little bit on The Talking Dead, is that
this is nothing like.
But it broke up the show so that small simple moments, like Rick and Morgan on the porch talking about, like, hey man, I didn't kill that guy Carter, but he's gonna die. And Rick having that, like, he's gonna die. And then it immediately shows you the real time where he does, spoilers, Carter gets his face chomped.
He had to.
And
he had to go.
And as he's on the ground screaming and attracting the zombies, Rick is like, you gotta go.
Yep.
So that was really interesting, is that the payoff was there.
Yeah.
Constantly. It wasn't like we saw a bunch of setup and then we saw all the action in the second half. It really broke it up nice for me.
I thought it was pretty good.
And speaking of action, the Quarry with thousands of zombies. That was kind of awesome.
I mean, you knew something was going to go wrong. There's no way it was going to go off without a hitch, and
we're doing it on the fly!
I mean, they had them all locked up. Why you got to let everybody out? Why not start killing them while they're contained?
Well, because as Rick mentioned, that truck was going to fall. And it does.
Right.
Right.
Right. I guess. But still. My gosh.
My gosh.
Oh my gosh.
And then, of course, the truck falls, and those zombies get loose, and they're like, all right, we gotta do it now.
It took out a good amount of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not enough.
So, other questions, like, they mentioned in The Talking Dead that they had, like, 1,000 extras one day for That's awesome.
That was insane.
I had a slight problem with the zombies this episode. I really felt like, was nobody wearing shorts at the time of the apocalypse? Was nobody in skirts?
My thing was, were there no children in the apocalypse?
Like, we never see kids. We never see... And
it must be hard to get kid extras.
I think that's a television thing, by the way. I think that's a big, like...
All right.
I mean, anyway. Big questions, though. And I mentioned this stuff as a caveat. I've read over 100 issues of the comics.
Whoa.
And the show, even 6 seasons in, hasn't actually caught up with the comics, even though they're different. They're different entirely.
Okay.
But what happens is they will say, "Hey, we're finally casting such and such character," which is like, "Oh, okay, I know what that guy's capable of. I know what she does." So there's going to be some times when Greg and I will be talking about stuff that I will play ignorant because I don't want to spoil anything for you or for Greg.
Well, thank you.
But that being said, who set off the alarm at the end of the episode?
Yeah, what was that horn all about?
Right.
Do you actually know?
I don't.
Do you know?
I don't. I will say my guess is it's the Wolves, because they've introduced them as a new antagonist.
The W's?
The W, and
W's,
they also showed, of course they showed the last season's final episode where the last beat was with the Wolves, the warning. So my wonder is it the Wolves or is it Ron?
I thought maybe it was, I thought those guys were just maybe a last-ditch effort to get a jab at George W. Bush. They just really are just trying to just stick it to him still.
And so then the question for me is, what's next? Because you have thousands of zombies. They were trying to lead them away, and Rick was saying, constantly reiterating, they will funnel back to Alexandria. They will come back to Alexandria. And now you have set off a horn. Somebody has set off a horn or an alarm or whatever that was, and now those zombies are going right to Alexandria. what is going to happen next.
I don't know. I can't wait to find out.
We will find out with you guys. We'll do an episode of this every week after the Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
We literally don't have a name for this. We just call it Talking the Walking Dead because it's what we're doing. Ha ha! Anyway, thank you for watching these. YouTube.com/HambyPlaysGames.
Mm-hmm.
And if you like the video, please hit like down below. This gentleman on Twitter is at @OnTheReg_Greg.
That's right.
And I'll actually remember my own Twitter tonight. It's at Hamby San Diego.
Well, that's good because you know I can't. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next week.